Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about Aladdin, the new live action Aladdin. It is Tuesday. I did see it on Friday. I should have filmed this like right after I saw it. I feel like that would have been like the best time, but also I've had a little bit more time to like think about it and process it. I want to say this is spoiler free because if you're going to see the new live action Aladdin, I'm assuming you've seen the original cartoon Aladdin, so I don't really know how you could have spoilers per se because we all know what happens in Aladdin. But I will say, if you want to go into this movie not really knowing anything about it, which I suggest because I think you definitely form your opinions on it better without having heard what everybody said, then I wouldn't watch the rest of this video and I would go see Aladdin in theaters because overall it was great. This was a great live action movie. Definitely one of the best so far. Yeah, if not the best so far. But hold on, because I'm real hyped for Lion King. But yeah, definitely one of the best so far. It was great. It was such a good movie overall. Now, that being said, I'm gonna talk about the movie. Like, I broke it down into a couple different things that I want to talk about. Overall, great movie, fantastic. Go see it. Was worth seeing it in theaters. I even saw it in 3D with Heather and Naomi. It was awesome. Go see it. But, so I want to talk about the casting first. So first off, Aladdin himself, and I heard this a little bit before the movie, he just wasn't, like a lot of people were saying, he just wasn't like as cute as you would think he would be as Aladdin. You know, in the cartoon, he really is like that dreamy character. And I agreed with this when I saw all the previews and stuff. Oh, also, before I went to see it, in Hollywood Studios, they had like an extended preview or whatever. Like, it wasn't any of the previews I'd seen before, but it's like the whole beginning scene, basically, like the first couple minutes, and it was more than I thought we were gonna see, which made me really, really hyped for this movie. But, so back to Aladdin. Basically, a lot of people were saying that he wasn't like as dreamy as he was, you know, he normally is in the original, and I definitely agreed with that. To an extent, I still do. But watching the movie, like, I definitely think he grows on you. Like, the person they picked to play Aladdin, like, he did his job well, and he really grew on me throughout the movie. So I did end up really liking him. Still think maybe he could have been a little more better looking, but he did a great job. So, I mean, would I want somebody who's better looking and a really bad actor? No. Next, Jasmine. I think Naomi Scott is perfect for Jasmine. Like, I think everything about her was perfect. She was the perfect Jasmine. Nobody can convince me otherwise. I think she was great. Jasmine was perfect. So, like, her voice, like, everything about her, just her personality, she was perfect for Jasmine. Next, Jafar. That was the other thing that I felt like about this movie. I felt like Jafar should have been, like, a little bit creepier, which obviously, like, the cartoon version of Jafar is very, like, you know, exaggerated and creepy, which you're not going to get in a real human being. But I just, like, in the cartoon version of Aladdin, like, there are times where, like, I'm literally horrified of Jafar, and I just don't feel like you got that as much in the person that they picked. Again, not that he didn't do his job very well, but I just feel like you should be, like, more scared of him, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I feel like they could have done better with Jafar. And but Heather said to me, like, she thought if he had, like, the weird beard thing that Jafar has in the cartoon, like, she would have felt better about him. Because she felt the same way I did. But, so, in some ways I think she's right, but not completely. I don't think he was scary enough, so that's my feelings about Jafar. The other thing was the Sultan. I don't think there was anything wrong with the person they cast as the Sultan. I think he was pretty good. You know, Jasmine's dad, I think he was pretty good. It was more so, like, how they portrayed him in the film. Like, in the original, in the cartoon, he's, you know, that very, like, dopey, gullible kind of character, which, like, obviously in this one, Jafar still has his control over him, but he just doesn't have that same level of, like, this goofy old dad, which I guess in some ways makes sense. Like, he's the leader of a country, maybe he's not supposed to be that way. So I guess that wasn't necessarily something I didn't like. It was just something that was different from the original, which just wasn't what I was expecting. I like how he's portrayed in the cartoon. I think that gives to his character and kind of like why Jafar gets away with a lot of the stuff that he gets away with. Obviously some of it has nothing to do with the Sultan, but yeah. The other thing was the genie. Obviously a lot of the talk surrounding this movie was who played the genie. Now, nobody, in my opinion, nobody was ever going to come close to Robin Williams in this role. Robin Williams is one of my favorite actors ever. Like, I could literally tell you where I was when I heard that he died, and like my senior quote when I was in high school in the yearbook was from the original Aladdin, because I wanted it to be something Robin Williams because that was the year after he died, and I just love Robin Williams. Nobody could have beat him in this role, and like the original role of the genie is very Robin Williams. Like, he made that character. It was very, I don't want to say similar, in some ways similar to a lot of the other characters that he was and he portrayed while he was alive and while he was an actor, but it was just very Robin Williams. It was him. That being said, when they announced that Will Smith was playing the genie, I was really excited about it. I really like Will Smith as an actor, so I thought, like, if there was anybody that could, again, nobody was going to make it to Robin Williams as this role, but if there was anybody that could come close, it would be Will Smith, and he didn't disappoint. I thought he was really good. I will say he did the same thing that Robin Williams did, in the fact that he made the genie very him. Like, this genie was very Will Smith, which I think they had to do, again, because the original genie was very Robin Williams. So if you made it the same as the original, it would have been somebody trying to be Robin Williams, which just wouldn't have bode well for anybody. So this genie was very Will Smith. It has his personality, and I thought it was really good. I really loved him. I thought it was great. Which does lead me into the music for this movie. Again, I love Naomi Scott. I love her voice. Her new solo, Speechless. I love the new music. I think it's great. It's on Spotify if you haven't seen the movie, or if you want to listen to it again after you've seen the movie. It was literally fantastic. I love that they've given Jasmine more of this like female like oomph kind of thing. I thought it was really good. A lot of the music to me is very similar to the original. Obviously it's different people singing it, but it's really good. Now, the songs that are the genie, so like parts of Prince Ali and A Friend Like Me, again, are very Will Smith. They're not very Robin Williams, so they're close to the original, but not. They are very Will Smith. That being said, I thought they were very good. I like them. I like these versions of them. I forget who said it to me, but you get like a very like 90s Fresh Prince vibe, because again, it's very Will Smith, which I like. However, I just feel like for some reason it just could have been done better. And I don't know why I feel that way, but like, Will Smith is a musician. Like, I've listened to his actual music and him being like on the Fresh Prince and stuff, and yeah, I've listened to, again, I said I've listened to his actual music. I don't know, it just wasn't as good as I think it could have been, and I don't know why. That's all I have to say about that. But I mean, it's really good. Very similar to, it has the same like feeling as the original, but it has more of the personality of Will Smith. So, and like a lot of the other songs that don't have him in it, I think feel just like the original. It's just, you know, a little different spin, and they're really good. And then I mean, it's only in the end credits, but One Direction, Zayn did that one remake. I really like that one too, of A Whole New World, because Zayn has always been my favorite part of One Direction. Met them 7 years ago today. But yeah, so I thought that was really good too. Now the next thing about this movie that of course is going to be different is like the animals that are in the movie. So of course it's a live action film, so they're all like CGI and versus like the original cartoon. So Abu, I think, was done fantastically. You know, he's the same little monkey that we know and love in this live action version. Like I think especially like you know that they did it right when they're in the Cave of Wonders and that one red jewel or red ruby or whatever falls and like his eyes get all big and he's staring at it like he wants to take it, and that's just, yeah, it's just same Abu that we know and love in the live action. Super cute because he's a real monkey. So I think they did him perfectly. Now the other animals I feel like are lacking. Not so much Raja. I feel like Raja was still pretty good. You still get the same like protectiveness that he has over Jasmine, and you know, it's just like her pet tiger. I just don't think I mean, he's not in the original that much. I haven't watched the original in a really long time. I feel like that should be noted as well. Yeah, you still get the same feeling from Raja. I just feel like he wasn't in it as much as normal. Now, where I feel like they really went wrong is with Iago. He's just really not. He doesn't have that big a role, I don't feel like, in the live action. He's not really in it that much. He just squawks like a normal parrot, which, like, to an extent he should, but in the original he more squawks like a parrot, like, in front of everybody else, and when it's just him and Jafar, you get more of his personality and more of the stuff that he says. And while he does still, like, give Jafar information in this one, obviously, because that's how Jafar finds some of the stuff out, you just lose so much of the personality that Iago has in the original cartoon, which I think is, like, he's Jafar's right-hand man. Like, that's honestly my biggest complaint about this movie. Like, if they can do Abu so well, even though, like, granted, I know Abu doesn't talk in either of them, like, they do him so well without any words at all, and we still get the same personality in the monkey that we know and love in him. I don't know why we couldn't get the same kind of personality to come through with Iago. I feel like, yeah, that was so lacking in this. And again, that contributes to the whole thing where I don't feel like Jafar was creepy enough. So, like, Jafar's not creepy enough, and then you don't really have his sidekick have a personality at all. So, yeah. The entirety of the villains for this movie are kind of lacking to me compared to the original. Again, the movie overall was still fantastic, but yeah, that I really didn't like. I was really disappointed with how Iago was in this movie. That's most of what I have. Oh, the other thing I wanted to know is I really liked the live actions, and this has been for multiple of them. Really, you get like more background on the stories in general, and like the lives of the characters within the stories that some of the original cartoons are lacking. So we do kind of find out like why Jasmine's mom isn't in the picture in this one, and I think that is like, that just adds a lot of depth to the story, which is really good, and which I really liked about the live action. So the same with the Beauty and the Beast, you kind of find out more about what happens with her mom, and like the Beast gets his own solo in that one, so you kind of figure out more what's going on there. And like the whole point of Maleficent the movie is that you get like her background and her side of the story. So I just think that this live action definitely kept up with that, and we definitely got to see more of Jasmine and what happened with her family, and why whatever is going on, which I really, really like. You know, you just get more depth to the story, to the characters, to the whole movie, and I really like that. But yeah, overall, I think it was a great movie. One of my favorite live actions, if not my favorite live action so far. You know, obviously a lot more are coming out, and I haven't seen all of them. I didn't see Dumbo, that just came out. And, you know, Lion King's about to come out and all that good stuff. So, see if I do any more movie reviews. Let me know what you think of this one. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of Aladdin. If you saw it already, if you didn't see it, comment below when you're gonna go see it, because you definitely should. Thanks for watching.